What I've got held up there is what I'll call the VGT gear. Uh, that is fastened to the pin in my left hand with a roll pin. I'll be installing that here in a second. I was going to make a video disassembling the turbo, but I felt as though that would have been way too long. If you follow along in this video while assembling it, you just do it in reverse and you'll be able to disassemble a turbo no problem. What I'm doing here is lining up or installing the plunger, the VGT plunger. Um, I'm just trying to make sure the teeth on the plunger and the teeth on the gear line up properly. That way it slides in. I've got a close-up here shortly showing how it all works together. It's actually fairly simple to go together. It can look extremely complicated, but it's pretty neat how it works. as you've seen many times in the video already and other videos, I lube the crap out of everything. In that little oiling can there I think it's probably like 5W20 or 5W30, whatever. I think I even put 1540 in it sometimes, but just a clean oil just to lubricate some stuff that I'm assembling. These three little screws for this, I guess it's a heat shield of some kind. I just snug them down. I've never been able to find a actual torque for them, but as you can see here in a second, as small as they are, just snug them up. They don't have to be super tight because, trust me, I've stripped them before, and that's not fun. For some reason, I put the bearings in from the compressor housing side. I don't know why. It's a lot easier if you put the thrust bearing and everything in the compressor housing backing plate, torque it on, and then you can load the bearings in from the exhaust side and put the shaft and compressor, or the turbine wheel, in. You'll see later in the video I ran into an issue and I had to take it back apart. But yeah, you'll get a better idea later on. right here after I get the compressor wheel kind of snug down, I notice something's not right because it's locking up. The shaft assembly is not spinning. Here, I'm actually making a mark on the backing plate of the compressor housing. That way I can kind of see where the machine is not right. I bought this all from KC Turbos, and this is not a rant or anything against them. They had awesome customer service. I actually sent them a clip of this video, showed them what it was. They said, "Oh, we sent you a backing plate that didn't have the machine done correctly," and I didn't have to send this one back or anything. They shipped one out to me. So uh, this is basically just a big shout out to KC Turbos with great customer service. I can't complain one bit. Great company to deal with. This is after I actually had bought it. I didn't own this stuff for a year. It sat in my house, and I finally got around to building it. So this is something that I had for a year, and they're like, "Oh, as you can see in the video here, the one on the left has the machine correctly. The one on the right, I actually did some sanding on it to see if I could get it to work. But it was awesome to deal with them. I sent them my receipt with the order number, and they sent it out. So big thanks to KC Turbos. And this is not a paid promotion or anything with them. I highly recommend dealing with them. They were awesome. What you see here is me installing the low profile VGT vanes. I got these from kbdiesel.com. I'll put a link in the description. I'm pretty excited to see how these react. They're supposed to flow more exhaust than factory, obviously the lower profile. Along with that, I'm supposed to see lower EGT numbers. So for towing, I'd imagine that should be good. But we ran this truck on a dyno. All it had was an extreme tune, but we put it at the stock tune also to see. I have the numbers written down somewhere. I'll probably make a video whenever we put this on the dyno. I am really excited to see how this turns out. right here you're going to see me test fit the unison ring on the center rotating housing before I actually put the unison ring back on the VGT vanes. Always check, even if you had just disassembled the turbo to do something else, always check that unison ring, make sure it slides freely on the center rotating housing. If you don't, and you drive this together and you're having vanes sticking and stuff like that, that could be the spot where it's sticking. You may not have rust anywhere else, but if it's sticking there, it's not going to do anything. What you see me do there is point at the alignment pin. The pin is on the center rotating housing. The hole for it is on the exhaust housing. You got to make sure that's lined up. You can't just drive these together. Also, when you're doing that, you'll see right between my fingers there is the hole for the VGT actuator rod. I like to put the vanes kind of right in the center and then put the rod in the center. That way everything lines up whenever I'm going back together. It just seems to work a lot better for me. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed making this video. I think I'm getting better at this. I don't know. From everybody's responses, I'm starting to get more views and everything. That's great. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like and comment. Ask as many questions as you want. I love answering questions. I love talking to everybody. I've got plans to make a video of the truck that, or the putting this turbo in, that the truck that is going in. I've got injectors that go in it too, and then getting it on the dyno and seeing how it does. I'll definitely do quite a few Instagram posts and videos from it. But thanks a lot.